Everything that is explained in this video is summarized from CoinMarketCap. And also, please don't forget to support my channel for more XRP updates and some other cryptocurrencies as a whole. Now, take a look at this. SEC appeal looms. Ripple lawsuit drama continues. Ripple and the SEC versus the investigation of the Inspector General on Friday. There was no news about the SEC via Ripple lawsuit that prospective investors could take into consideration. Despite the SEC's efforts to convince Ripple to pay a penalty of $2 billion, the opening brief that the SEC presented did not succeed in frightening investors. The SEC's efforts to appeal the decision regarding programmatic sales of XRP continue to be the primary focus of the market. According to the decision that Judge Analisa Torres made in July 2023, programmatic sales of XRP do not fulfill the requirements of the third prong of the Howey test. The motion for an interlocutory appeal that was submitted by the SEC was denied by Judge Torres in October. As a result of the court's decision, the Securities and Exchange Commission won't be able to file an appeal against any court rulings until the Ripple issue is resolved. The movement of the price of XRP on July 13 brought to light the impact of the verdict regarding programmatic sales and the threat made by the SEC to appeal the court ruling. The court's decision that Ripple violated Section 5 of the 1933 Securities Act by selling XRP institutional investors was largely disregarded by investors. After reaching a high of 9 cents on July 13, XRP saw a reversal and fell below 6 cents. In addition to the SEC versus Ripple case, it is possible that the appeal procedure will push the SEC vs. Ripple case all the way into 2025. It is important to note that if there is a change in the guard, the chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Gensler, runs the possibility of facing pressure from Capitol Hill to alter his strategy. In November, the cryptocurrency world anticipates a victory for the Republican Party, which will put an end to the reign of regulation through enforcement exerted by SEC Chair Gensler. I am William Hyman. Maintains a position of centrality. There are a number of additional occurrences that could have an impact on the progress that the SEC makes in reversing the programmatic sales ruling between now and November. It is possible that the SEC's plans to appeal the court verdict could be uncovered by an ongoing investigation by the Inspector General investigating potential conflicts of interest inside the SEC regarding cryptocurrency. William Hyman, who formerly served as the director of the SEC, is an important figure in the inquiry being conducted by the Inspector General. Initiating the probe was Empower Oversight, a government watchdog in the United States. It is alleged by Empower Oversight that Hyman earned millions of dollars from Simpson Thacher while he was serving as a guide for the formulation of cryptocurrency policy at the SEC. In addition to being Hyman's former company, Simpson Thacher is a member of a group that is working to promote Enterprise Ethereum. When Hyman left the SEC, he went back to Simpson Thacher to continue his career. The fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum allied Ethereum are considered securities, as stated by Hyman in 2018, has an effect on the price of both cryptocurrencies. In addition, Hyman had a pivotal role in the events that led up to the court rulings on July 13 regarding the SEC versus Ripple case. Contrary to the warnings issued by the SEC Ethics Division, Hyman continued to meet with Simpson Thacher as evidenced by papers from the SEC that were provided in response to a court order. In light of the fact that lawmakers and the courts are increasing their scrutiny of SEC action in the cryptocurrency field, the timing of the SEC appeal could prove to be crucial. At the same time, legislation might be on the horizon. The action taken by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission CFT against KuCoin may serve as an incentive for politicians in the United States to push through legislation and provide regulatory boundaries to the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission's FTEC. The activity of the SEC in the courts is being scrutinized. Friday was the day that Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderodi brought attention to the activities of the SEC within the cryptocurrency market. 8 key cryptocurrency cases are still being litigated in federal courts by the Securities and Exchange Commission 7 years after the Dallar report, which the SEC claims brought clarity to the cryptocurrency industry. Something has gone wrong. It is not apparent whether the decision that the court made in the case of SEC versus CVS debt box would have any effect on the SEC's position as a regulator of cryptocurrencies. The motion to dismiss the charges against Debtbox that was submitted by the SEC was dismissed by Judge Robert Shelby in March. The Securities and Exchange Commission Commission submitted the motion to dismiss in response to a court order that was issued in December. The order requested that the SEC provide evidence that would justify the court not punishing SEC lawyers for making false and misleading representations to the court. In the United States, lawmakers may have a reason to investigate the activities of the Securities and Exchange Commission in the digital asset arena as a result of the investigation conducted by the Inspector General IDD, the case involving the SEC and Debtbox, and the opening brief submitted by the SEC. Regarding the SECV's Debtbox case, Senator Cynthia Lummi, along with 3 other senators from the United States, sent a letter to SEC's chair Gary Gensler to express their support for the case. It is noteworthy that senators from the United States threatened to investigate all SEC cases, both past and present, saying this case shows that other enforcement cases initiated by the commission may be deserving of investigation. This is true regardless of whether the staff of the commission intentionally falsified evidence or mistakenly supplied inaccurate information. When it comes to other situations, it is difficult to maintain faith that they are not based on questionable facts, obfuscations, or plain misrepresentations. And also, Ripple set to release 1 billion XR tokens in scheduled monthly move. Ripple is planning to release 1 billion XRP tokens on April 1st, which is an event that is a part of their usual monthly sales procedure. The projected value of these tokens is $628 million. It is projected that this forthcoming release will have the potential to have adverse effects on the market price of XRP over the course of the following upcoming week. A strategy for Ripple's monthly token supply since the year 2017, Ripple has maintained a consistent method to controlling its token supply by releasing 1 billion tokens on the first of each month through escrows that have been fulfilled. The release in April will mark the beginning of a new phase, which will allow for the utilization of multiple accounts for the internal inflation measures XRP, which have been monitored over the past few years. According to XRP Scan, the data that was released in March revealed that Ripple had conducted transactions using those Ripple 22 and Ripple 23's accounts with the cryptocurrency. Over the course of this month, the AAA will be utilized to release 500 million XRP through 2 separate transactions. Meanwhile, the Ripple wallet will be responsible for the remaining 500 million XRP through 2 additional transactions. Information regarding the token release in March, over the course of the token release that took place in March, Ripple released 1 billion tokens and allotted 200 million to cover expenses. The remaining tokens were relocked for use at a later date in 2027. Furthermore, Ripple utilized an older reserve known as the Ripple wallet in order to transfer an additional 240 million XRP. Notably, all of these XRP were transferred to a single address through 2 distinct transactions. Investors and market observers continue to focus their attention on the pricing patterns of XRP, particularly in light of the several token releases that are slated to take. It has been observed that the value of XRP has generally seen declines after previous releases. Warning: the information that has been provided is not intended to be trading advice. There's no responsibility for any investments that are made based on the information that is provided on this page